love it. I love those beats. Hello and welcome to another episode of Live with the Glitter Practitioner. That's me, Dr. Nupi. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 19. We're nearly hitting number 20. Oh my goodness me, this is brilliant. For those of you, please let me know in comments where you are tuning in from, because I always love to go back and say hi, reply, etc., etc. And I love to see where everybody's tuning in from. And so for those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Nupi, the Glitter Practitioner, and I am a doctor. I'm a real life doctor. I'm a family physician, general practitioner in the UK. And for the best part of my whole career, really, my passion is, well, it's always been people and connecting. And I'm a chatterbox. I'm curious. I'm nosy. And the way I practice in healthcare is very much a whole person centered approach and a root cause approach to somebody's presenting issue. It's what's really going on behind that. And when you've got that information, insight, coupled with the science of medicine, that's where the true healing and transformation starts to happen. And that is what I bring to my coaching side of things as well. So I'm also a spiritual and transformation life coach. And I love what I do. I really do. And my program is called Find Your Fizz and Flourish, which is all about essentially realigning your whole self health needs: mind, body, soul, your physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual health. Because when they come back into alignment, and I show people how to do this with my F list, that is when you become abundant in potential. And that's when the magic really starts to happen, and it's transformational. The flourishing, you are meant to live your life full of love, full of just fizz pop, basically. And through the program that I run, one-to-one coaching, essentially, that's what you will find. You will find your fizz and you will flourish. And I think the best way, actually, to show how this feels is my brand story, which was created by none other than Devon James Stinson, who has managed to literally bring the essence of, I guess, me and how I work and what somebody feels when they go through this process. So, Mr. Producer, without further ado, let us play the brand story, Follow the Light. Thank you.
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Nupi Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Nupi Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
love that. Oh, I absolutely love that. It moves me every single time. So, without further ado, I want to bring on my amazing, beautiful, the most, oh, he's got the biggest and most beautiful heart and soul, Michael Padurano. Come on down. I'm just getting a bit giddy again.
You're
Hello and
good.
welcome.
I'm good. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say about your intro. I love it. It's special. It's very special, and
Oh,
it definitely triggers some past lives, but that's okay. It's quite all right. Things are meant to show
sis,
us what we need to work on.
seriously, you've never told me that before.
Never asked.
That's true. Yeah,
Uh,
that's true. I didn't
uh,
actually. That's
uh,
true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
uh.
Oh, thank you. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's just gorgeous.
It's
Just the
captivating.
music. Yeah.
It's
Apart from Jesus.
yeah. It's
Don't get me
special.
started.
It's no.
When,
It's great.
yeah. That's actually a real life story. Anyway, enough about that. Hello, Michael.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
It's overdue. It's a conversation that I'm sure is overdue.
yeah, absolutely. So tell everybody who you are, what you're about.
I'm
Floor
me.
is yours, my dear.
I'm me.
What does
That
me mean?
it encompasses everything that I am as a full being and entity. Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional. I'm just me. I can go into labels that have grown forward with me, like I'm claircognizant, I'm clairvoyant, I'm a healer, I am a guide, I'm a student, I'm the list goes on, right? Like every day is an experience, every day is a learning experience. My three children are my greatest teachers, and they don't miss a beat as far as bringing out triggers. Um, so
Mm,
it's just always an experience, and I just grow forward every day. Like growing forward is my key phrase because that is just a permanent state for me. There is no break. There is no let's take time off. It's a permanent state of growing forward for me. I don't believe
mm,
in breaks or time off. I love who I am. I love what I do. I love who's in my life. I love inspiring others to look for themselves and find
mm,
themselves. And, you know, losing my father recently was another set of lessons that I needed to grow through.
mm, mm,
And I gave myself space. I virtually disappeared from social media and everything for the last
mm,
5 to 6 weeks.
mm.
And now the universe is kind of poking and prodding me and saying it's time to get out from under your rock, and here it comes. So let's get
Exactly.
ready. Let's get ready.
Exactly.
And this is,
Exactly.
and we're doing it.
Exactly.
We
Yes.
are doing
And
it.
that's absolutely. And that's also, it felt right because I obviously, when I mean, we met right at the beginning when I came onto LinkedIn. So it was a good 5 months ago, something like that. I think so. But it feels like time, there's no time essentially. But I can see shifts in you and in me actually over this last 4 or 5 months. And I know when you were going through with your dad, and it didn't, it just, the timing was, you needed that space. And I remember saying to you, okay, maybe we just leave it for now and just do something in autumn, October, that kind of time. And this is my favorite month. I love October, and it's all about that new beginning almost. It's that rebirth. And I just knew you were meant to come on in October. And that's exactly, you needed that time. And it's just gorgeous to see you coming back. And I know there's a couple of things that you've been working on with your launch of your website and stuff. So tell me a little bit more about that.
I'm going to finally be doing a website for myself and having it put out there. The timing of it, I'm not sure yet because there's a few things that need to get shifted and changed.
Sure.
But I'm finally ready to. Please give me a second. I got a call, which didn't want to go through my AirPods, which is what
No
I'm connected
problem.
to this through.
Yeah.
So it's coming. It will be out in the next few months at least, but I'm not in a rush right
Yeah.
now. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm just in flow, right? And
Yes.
what I've learned through the last couple of years of my life is that space is very important, and how much space really means to me, as well
Mm.
as my own personal quiet time.
Yes.
And granted, with 3 children, it's not that easy.
No.
Uh, I'm also trying to rewrite what October means to me,
Mhm.
because October has traditionally always been one of my least favorite months.
Mm.
It's been a very, very challenging month for me.
Mm.
But little by little, all the things that used to be challenging are all getting rewritten on their own. I don't have to
Yeah.
put effort towards it.
Yeah.
It's just as it comes up, I'm releasing it. And,
Yeah.
as I'm growing forward daily and I just never stop this process, it's about self love, self compassion, and self understanding, right?
Yes. Yes.
And
Absolutely.
living in my truth for me, right?
Yeah.
Not for
Yeah.
anyone else's expectations.
Ah, yes, I love it.
On all levels, emotional,
Absolutely.
spiritual, and physical, right?
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep. Oh my goodness me, that resonates so much, and I can see that. I can see that in you. I can see it completely. I can feel it, and it is that. It's what I like. It's how I say. It's about learning. You grow, you evolve, and you're passing on. And this is a continue. It's not static. It's a continual process. And as I guess as this starts to happen, the more you understand yourself, your needs on a deeper and deeper level. And it's not easy. It's bloody hard actually. And you can get stuck for a bit and it can be really painful, emotionally painful. But
yeah,
remembering a few key things, I guess, of remaining curious as to, okay, this is happening, the crap stuff that happens. What can I take from this? What is this teaching me? What is it that I can use from this? Because without a shadow of a doubt, they're the bits, they're the events, or they're the things that can really hurt, and probably hurt most actually. And it's from that deep pain or understanding that you gain more clarity, more insight, and all of a sudden things become a bit easier again. And then it's the next time something happens, you've equipped yourself with something that, okay, I can do that. I can just fuck it up. Well, ooh, sorry. I can do this
I hear
and
it from my
it will.
5-year-old all the time. We're good.
No, I know, but I'm not, I've turned an F off basically to that stuff. It comes quicker. It becomes you're not stuck as long. That's how I'm finding it really. But absolutely,
It's
yeah. Sorry, go on.
so no, 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 you're good. So when I look
Love,
at it,
that's what
right,
it was. Yeah.
the depth of pain that you're willing to grow
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
is the depth of joy and love and happiness that you're able
Yes.
to allow yourself to receive.
Yes. Exactly.
And so as you expand your emotional bandwidth,
Hmm.
right? Like 2 years ago, I had the emotional bandwidth of a tic tac, right? And I've continued to do the work.
Yeah.
And I went up to a milk dud, and then I moved up to let's should we just keep going with chocolate? We
Yeah.
can go
Yeah.
to Willy
Do.
Wonka, right? Like the whole
Yeah.
Willy
Yeah.
Wonka
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah. 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 Do.
But
I love Willy Wonka.
at some point it went to a puddle, then it went to the ocean, right? And now it's to the whole galaxy. So my emotional
Pleasure.
bandwidth is the galaxy, right? And I can handle anything in that extreme.
Yes.
The joy and the sadness and the pain. And
Yes.
that's where the most growth comes from.
Yes.
Um, you're right. As we go deeper, it's not that it gets easier,
No.
but our bounce back gets faster, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's been a lot of, ups and downs on this journey. And one thing that I've committed to myself is that I am worth going through it every day,
Too
good
bloody
or bad,
right. Yeah.
good or bad.
Absolutely.
So the lessons that I've learned on this path has
Mm.
really reinstilled my self-worth and self-love.
Yeah.
And I am
And
worth more than the circumstance in the
yes.
situation.
Absolutely.
And it's not
Absolutely.
always
Yeah.
pretty. There's been
Mm.
pallets of tissues, pallets. I've probably
Mm.
supported Kleenex company. But then there's also been, pallets of journals, and there's been lifetimes of learnings and experience, right?
Mm,
And we
mm.
can go as woo-woo as you want, right? We can go off the ledge if you want, and that's fine too for me. But
Whatever, too bloody right. This is
like,
real.
this is real life, and there's
Yeah.
karmic cycles, and there's karmic patterns and
Yes.
behaviors, and you
Absolutely.
know, as we're reincarnated, we're here to learn from those lessons,
Yes.
and we're here to experience things on deeper levels when we allow
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah. Well, our
But
souls have agreed this. Our souls agreed before this lifetime, these are the things that I'm prepared. This is what I've
yes,
agreed to do. So it could be really shit. It could be really, oh, bleep that out. Sorry, Russ. You can't bleep it out. Actually, it's happening as we speak. Okay, never mind. But it's you already signed up for this, and I'm not. That's tough when if it's nobody. You don't want to suffer. You don't want to have pain and horrible things happen. But it's almost these are the things that you are given the opportunity to work through. And I think when you come to this almost this realization and a deeper understanding, it's almost recognizing that this is something I can work through actually, and this is what's going to take me to another level. And it's putting one foot in front of the other. And something else that you said, which I wrote down, was it really does boil down to the most powerful vibrational frequency going, which is that unconditional blissed out love. And I don't mean like that smoochy woochy, the passion shit. I mean, yes, that's great, but it's that, oh my God, it's just literally just fills you and it becomes overspilling. And once that starts to flow, and when this is for me, you go inward. It's not from external, it's from inside, and it's all within you. And that's the beauty of this. It's when you give yourself that value, that care, that compassion, truly knowing you're bloody worth it, quite frankly. That's the bit that then you can actually do anything. And that's, I guess, that's what my F list is all about. Really, there are layers to it. You can see it at different levels, but the true transformation happens when you're owning your needs, you're standing in your power, you are valuing yourself, and you are protecting your energy big time. Once you understand that, magic. It's magic. That's the glitter. That's the glitter, essentially. Would you agree?
Ye yeah, 1,000,000%. Like, I love real deep and I love real hard, right? And
Yeah.
I love where most people would never understand, which is truly unconditionally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
rather than having
Ditto.
boundaries in place and living rather than having boundaries in place and living in limitations, which I don't believe
Mm.
in,
It's
I
limitless.
just I love from a distance and just
Mm.
remove people when they do not align with me. Because
Mm.
I'm not gonna sacrifice self to
Yeah.
try and fit into somebody else's limitations.
Yeah.
And again, it
Yeah.
all comes back to value. And the more I
Yeah.
look back and I identify this journey, specifically the last 3 or 4 years, it's all been about teaching me myself, my value,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
knowing that I am worth it, knowing that there is
Yeah.
nothing that I cannot
Yeah.
accomplish, knowing that
Yeah.
I will overcome any obstacle that comes my way, knowing
Yes.
that I will never back away from a lesson, and knowing that I will grow forward every single day and I will
Mm.
impact as many souls as I possibly can along this journey
Yes.
because that's
Ditto.
just what I'm here to
Yeah.
do. I'm
And
here
that's
to.
why, yeah, that's the bit that when I first met you 4 or 5 months ago, and I was sharing my story of burnout, which was 12 years ago, where this awakening came from in the first place, and how I've brought that into clinical practice essentially, and then pivoted a year ago. And it's almost, it was just brilliant actually. And it was just completely, the universe presented you, and I was in the right. I just knew it. This was a guide who, I love it, and thank you so much. I wanted to just come back to something, which was if I was desperate to tell you, and share actually. When you were saying about the Willy Wonka and the chocolate and where you
Mhm.
are, so it's this galaxy. Shall I tell you what I? Shall I tell you what I am? In fact, it's not a shall. I would like to share with you what I
Mhm.
am. Okay, so I am the everlasting. not a gobstopper, because I don't want to be a gobstopper, actually. I'm an ever I probably need a gobstopper to stop chit-chatting so much. Okay. I am an everlasting, effervescent lollipop.
Lollipop.
Okay, that's even worse. Oh my god. I think I'll just be a gobstopper.
You could have went from like a milk dud to the Milky Way, right? Like I'm the Milky Way, which is ever expansive, but you went to a lollipop, which
I love
is
lollipops.
intriguing.
And I think
I understand, but it's the
yeah, but I've got some really
I,
weird. It's
yeah,
not meant to be in a
yeah,
like
no.
everlasting lick. That's just no. I don't mean. Oh god.
Well, alrighty
I'm
then.
digging. Well, okay, I'm an everlasting gobstopper. Okay, I'll be an everlasting gobstopper. It's fine, but
God,
it never goes. And I'll tell you why it's everlasting. Because you're learning, you're growing. You learn, you grow, evolve, you pass it on, and then you're activating somebody. It's the phys essence, essentially. And once you're in flow with that phys essence of who you are, who you truly are, unconditionally from here, and it's literally filled and you're spilling over, and then that is what radiates out, and that is what helps either inspire, uplift, and empower somebody else, or it's activating wherever somebody else is on their journey. It's showing, you know what? You can live the life you're
yes.
meant to, with joy, with love, with fizz pop. That's what you deserve. And it's when you really embrace that, that's the glitter that spreads, because glitter sticks everywhere, everywhere it goes. And that's the bit that activates other people, and then the ripple effect of that, it's on their community. So this is why I'm an everlasting gobstopper or lollipop.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. So look,
But it's
at the end,
everlasting. It's everlasting,
yes, yes.
and
The
it's
greatest,
fizzy. It's
and it's
effervescent. It's like sherbet. It's like got that tingle in it.
sure,
And okay,
sure.
yes, yes,
The greatest gift that any coach can give their client is self-awareness, self-empowerment, and
yeah,
self-inspiration. Because
yes,
if you give them the gift of their being their own inspiration, their being their own
mhm,
empowerment, their being their own awareness,
yeah,
it's something that nobody else can never take away.
absolutely.
The
It's
problem with
yours.
the problem is most people don't want to be aware
Mm,
because it's painful. Most
yeah,
people don't
yeah,
want to live in their truth and transparency because it's painful,
yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
that makes that
Takes
means you have to
work.
be, and it means you have to be
Mm,
accountable, and you have to,
yeah,
accountability is a gift, right? And
yeah.
I've made so many mistakes over the course of my life, and
God, so have I. Jeez,
I've made
nobody's
so many
perfect. That's the
I've
thing.
made so many mistakes since this morning, right?
Mm,
Um, and all I can do is be accountable and apologize, own it, and forgive myself,
yeah, it's how
right?
you
Because
learn. Absolutely.
yes,
And that's the
yes,
thing. We're human. It's nobody's perfect. And this is what I always say. Somebody else looking in, even with patients, with clients, it's almost, we're the same. We are actually human beings. We're
hmm,
connected by fundamental thing, love, unconditional love, joy, courage, hope. These are the things that really do connect us. And everybody's got their unique inner light. That's the phys essence again. But we're the same. But everybody's on a different, I guess, awareness of where they are in their phys essence levels. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. This does not mean I'm better or you're better or this or that. It's irrelevant. It's seeing it and going, okay, this is what I might need to be able to do to shift. It's possible, essentially. That's what this is all about. It's sharing certain practice, it's sharing techniques, it's sharing, okay, how do I give myself time when I don't really feel that great about myself? And it's really unearthing what's holding you back, and reminding people that you bloody are worth it. Those are the 3 affirmations on my F list. I will, I want to. I'm Missy Elliott worth it, like proper sassy gangster style worth it. Not, oh my God, like, oh my God, I'm so worth it. Not like that. It's like, I'm worth it. Yeah, worth it. I'm a din. Yeah. That's the sass.
If I knew it was a musical, I would have brought like dancing shoes instead of my sandals and flip flops here.
Of course it's a
Um,
musical. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's what I do. I sing and perform.
so there's many
Oh,
things out there that
yeah.
I believe in that most don't, right? Like
Yeah.
I look at it as our only competition is ourselves today,
Mm,
right? Because by the time
mm,
I've said that sentence, I'm already different than I was 3 seconds ago.
mm,
So it's
mm.
an ever evolving process. I don't want to be better than the person yesterday. Or again, incoming call. My gosh, I gotta figure out how to
What
fix
was the
this. It's
ringtone
driving me
of
nuts.
that? What was the
I
ringtone?
don't,
Interesting.
no idea. I have no idea.
Oh,
No clue.
okay.
I'm
Excuse
just
me for
trying to.
one
I'm
second.
trying to
Excuse
hush
me
it
for
as
one
fast as
second.
possible.
Alexa, stop. Sorry, I get a bit bossy with Alexa. The timer's on for dinner.
What happens when somebody starts naming their kids Alexa or Echo or like I mean, we're gonna be sitting here yelling at these little voice boxes, and our kids are gonna be crying in a corner. Talk about traumatizing.
Oh
Like,
my God! Don't do that when I've got a drink in my.
but you're fizzy, so if it would have exploded everywhere, it'd have been fine. It would have been okay. We just gotta let it fly. We gotta roll with it,
That
right?
was
We gotta
fantastic.
run head first into this
Oh God! Oh, I love it. We've got a few minutes left, and I'm going to have to wrap up very soon. Um, how can people get hold of you?
with their hands.
How
I mean, are there other ways that I don't know of? I mean, I can give them too.
can people get in contact? Sorry, I'll rephrase. How can people get in touch with you? How can people contact you?
Reach out.
On?
Oh, LinkedIn is always the best. My phone number's
Yeah,
there for the world to see. Everything's there, however they want. I live
uh-huh.
in transparency. I
Yeah.
hide nothing. It's all out there.
So your details are going to be all in the show notes
There you
here.
go. Yes, I am the only Michael Padurano on LinkedIn, actually. So
Yeah,
feel
I'm the
free.
only glitter practitioner as well.
I would assume. I would assume.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You've been glitterfied. You've been noopified,
Glitter.
basically. Yes, you
Nubified.
have.
Nubified.
Yes.
You should trademark that.
And I should. I have
Yes.
actually. I've copyrighted my Physessence, um,
In
Fizz Pop
multiple
Giddy Band.
countries or just one country? And how do you choose which country to do it in? Which side of the
Uh,
pond are you doing these things? Because most of your
mainly because
viewership's on the other side.
yeah, and butterfly over here a lot.
I'm
The
telling
over
you.
here means Pacific Daylight Time, so it's the States. I kind of done both, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea why I'm doing this with my arms. Okay.
Very
I think
expansive. You're expanding outside of the screen. It's an never-ending gobstopper. Love it.
everlasting, not never
Everlasting.
ending. I'm the
That's true.
everlasting gobstopper.
Everlasting. Yes.
Yeah, Slugsworth. You know, Slugworth. What was his name? The naughty man. The naughty
Oh.
guy. The one who was trying to steal the idea. Oh, never
Mm.
mind. We're going to go off on a tangent. Oh, thank you so, so much for coming on and for just being you and just sharing your wisdom, sharing your what you've been through and your vulnerability. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Will
Thank
you
you
come
for
on
having
again?
me on.
Will you
Of
come on
course.
again?
Next
Fantastic.
week, same time. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
All right. We'll just push everybody
we
else
can
out of the way. It's fine.
we can keep we can just keep sort of doing
Yeah.
different aspects, can't we?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Oh, but don't go anywhere. Stay in the green room and I will
Okay.
close this down and then come and join you.
Okay.
See you very soon. Oh, that was just amazing. So amazing. So much wisdom there. I could talk to Michael for hours actually. I really hope you've enjoyed today and do let me know what you think because I think there's so much more we can discuss and get it out there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And just as a reminder, you can find me here on LinkedIn. I pretty much live on LinkedIn. Butterflying around Pacific Daylight Time usually, but on LinkedIn and also on Facebook as well as Instagram and YouTube. Got it all three this time, and it's all under the Glitter Practitioner, essentially. And also, so I'm here every Monday at 8 o'clock BST, which is I've been practicing my wink. Hold on, which is 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time. Hold on, wrong way. No, this way. There we go. 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time. And I do another show, live stream show with my amazing Supernova Soul sister, Diana Londoño, Physicians in Motion, and that's every other Tuesday. And every Friday, I tend to do a little bit of a sing song, a karaoke song, and a message every Friday. So, yeah, it's coming up very, very soon. So, yeah, keep tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep leaving comments. If you share all this information out, my F list is going to be downloadable as an ebook, and book a call with me. I've got a handful of spaces left on my coaching program. Book a call. Thanks for joining, and I shall see you next week. Bye.